Hello, welcome back. More adventures, more adventure writing, and we're rolling back through the dungeon. Let's create a dungeon, let's make an adventure around a dungeon. That is what we're going to do today. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what I do on my channel, well, we sit down and as a community we create something new. That's what this is all about. I'm going to put up a poll, feel free to take part in that poll. I'm going to recommend you grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable, and we're going to get started in a second, okay? I've just about got everything ready to go. And of course, I'm approaching this a little bit different, just to make this a little bit easier for everybody to get a grip of what's going on. I'm hoping this approach will make a difference so that there isn't too much confusion, particularly if there's lag. Anyway, and I don't expect there to be lag because apparently at my end, everything is working perfectly fine. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? Let's get going. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Weller, and today I want to talk about how to write your own dungeon adventure. But we're not going to make any kind of dungeon adventure. We're going to make a lava, fiery pit of an adventure. Something that incorporates possibly burning to death. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? Awful. But no, I think there's a lot of fun to be had with an adventure like this, and that's why we are going to do it today. Now, before I show you the map, and I have a map with 20 locations, I know that's quite a lot for a live stream that's supposed to be only about 2 hours. But I have an approach today, slightly different to what we've done in the past, but very similar. And what we're going to do is we're going to deal with building around this, okay? I can see we have Jasper in here, Fred Huber, and Nacho Man. So, well, if you can't add sharks, if the sharks can't live in the lava, it's probably not going to work. Anyway, let's have a look at the map, and let me give you an idea of what the approach is for today. This map is available on my Discord, so if you are interested, you can go to my Discord and you can join it. You can find it in the adventure design area. For those of you who are interested, you're welcome to go and check it out. And if you don't want to check it out, that's fine too. Now, I have a Google document that I have started, and I started putting stuff together, but I'm only using that material if you guys get stuck. Okay, so I'm not going to include it or even talk about it really until you guys get sort of stuck with what's going on. That's my intention for today. So the Discord is there. Now, our first task for today is to determine whose dungeon is this? Whose lava dungeon does this belong to? So whose lava dungeon does this belong to or lives here? Okay, that is our first task. The first thing we need to consider. Now, not everybody should fall in the lava. Somebody will fall in the lava. Possibly a creature or a monster. PCs, possibly NPCs, yes. I think that's definitely a possibility. We've got a lot of natural hazards here that could do a lot of horrible things to you. So we'll get back to that in a second. We're going on about battle cats. Okay, all right. Jasper, I should have guessed. Okay, so let me just give you an idea of how this is a location-based adventure. Please, I want to remind you, when we do these live streams, we don't make event or plot-based adventures. Okay, it doesn't work in a live stream, and it doesn't work when we're doing it together as a collective. It's just a complete mess. So don't worry about that sort of thing. With a location-based adventure, once we've got everything filled out, then we can decide to overlay events and plot if it's necessary. But you're gonna overlay plot and events from your campaign, not from whatever we create here. That part is fairly unimportant. All we need to do is have a central or singular goal for this location, either for the players or for whoever resides here. That's what Aza Colony, Jasper, I had thought very, very strongly that this should be dominated by Aza, which is the fire dwarfs, basically. Yep. So this is how I want you to do it. So hashtag area number, and then what is in the room or cave. Okay, so describe what is in the location. Don't get sidetracked on other stuff. Let's just deal with not so much the creatures and monsters there. We can do that later. For the first half hour, I want to just concentrate on location only. So we're going for a describe in a sentence or two what's going on in a particular location. What you first see and smell and hear. Okay? So there it is. All right, I'm going to grab some of your stuff. An Azer colony with a portal to the elemental fire plane, either in number 2. Okay, I see. Number 2, yes. Number 16. Number 16, yes. Number 17, yes. Okay. Yep, we could even have one in 18 as well. I think we could add 18. So let's go here. I'm all for that. Let's do that. I'm going to put this under main features. And we're going to add in number 18 as well, because we can. Okay, very good, very good. Now, I think I got that right. So next, 17, you've decided this is going to be a ritual area. Ritual chamber where acolytes push sacrificial victims into the lava pool to be consumed by lava elementals, a mix of fire and elemental. Okay, got it. I got it. Whoop, whoop. So we're going to just have to, I'm just going to grab this properly here. Here we go. So this is this bit. And I think we can, 17 is going to be called a sacrificial. The sacrificial chamber. So for you, those of you who are wondering why are we doing it this way, the reason we're doing it this way is because we get sidetracked and we don't actually focus on what's there, and so this is to hopefully focus you in on dealing with the location first and then populating. So I'm just trying to, I guess, what's the word? I'm trying to sort of shepherd you in a particular direction in a particular way. The hat comes off. It's business now. To give you a warning, I have a lot of descriptions to fill in these gaps, so even if you don't get them done, I can get them done. A cult that worships lava elementals lives here. Okay, so this cult is going to be Azer, an Azer cult. We're just going to include this. Okay, and Azer. And colony. Yeah, there we go. We're going to include those two ideas together. 11 is a pyrolisk pen. What is a pyrolisk pen? I need to know more about a pyrolisk pen, Jasper, to understand what 11 would be. Pyrolisk pen. A pyrolisk pen. I am a little lost. You've given it something, but I don't know what it is. Okay, all right, let's keep going. So the idea being here that we're going to go through and build all of this, and then we're going to populate it. Now, the idea, of course, will be to populate it with creatures and traps and puzzles and magic items and treasure and other things and hazards. All those sorts of things that sort of make up your adventure. You like 16 for the portal? I'm going to put there are multiple fractures. I think that's fine. We can have multiple fractures going on. That's all good for me. I don't mind. The portal to the plane of fire. Oh no, I think we can have the plane of fire being connected in multiple places. You wanted it, you got it. We're making multiple locations. I believe there is some discussion around how we deal with lava and heat. Okay, all right. I thought the yellow was fire only. So the big yellow areas that haven't got sort of like that mosaic cracked look with the orange and what looks like sort of hardening, crust. Those areas will be probably not quite as hot. Okay, the areas that are just orange and red, they're probably more fiery, moving lava that isn't cooling. Okay, so that's a bit warmer there. So does that make sense? I was hoping that this map would make sense by just looking at it easily. So if you see the mosaic, sort of grey with lines of orange, that represents lava or magma that is starting to harden. So there's a bit of a crust on it. Okay, so it won't be quite as hot here. And then those areas that are orange and red, okay, those pools in area 18, 17, 16, number 2, all those areas there, they're literally, that is hot, red hot magma, or even white hot magma or lava. Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19 and connected passages are very hot. Debilitating in short terms for... Okay, so you've got here 16, 17, 18, 19. I see what you're trying to do here. I will take this for main features. I think you'll find that number 2 will be very warm as well. Number 2 is an entry point, by the way. And so is number 1. It has a stairwell leading down into this room. So there are 2 entry points. And of course, the exit points are these pulls to the elemental plane, which of course you don't necessarily want to go there, not unless you can survive the fire. All right, let's have a look. Let's go up to main features. Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19. Very hot. Okay, I got it. It's fine. It's in. Done. Colony would need storage, barracks, dining room, leader's chamber. I guess we need to know what are the Aza doing with this location. What is the purpose of this location for the Aza? What actually is it? Do you know what I mean? A basilisk that is fire-based from the Monster Manual 2, AD&D. Well, that's fine, but I mean, what else? I mean, other than a fire basilisk, which essentially is what you're saying, right? What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. You're gonna have to be a bit clearer about that. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with it. Is that what's in the pen? I think that's what you're saying. The pyrolisk. Oh, that's what it'll be. I see. Now I understand. Okay. A fire-based fire-based basilisk. So you put a fire-based basilisk in here, but we don't actually have any information about what that location's like, other than 11. It's number 11. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a fire-based basilisk. I think that's what he's trying to go with. We haven't seen many traps. No, but we don't have to have traps. We can have a lot of hazards, though. Remember, we can build in mechanics for the hardening lava or magma, and we can have every pool that is like full-blown lava or magma that's heated can also have, and they're obviously going to be hazards, and I can put them into the main features. Fire-based lich, just thinking. So I'm going to say, Jean, we were talking yesterday, but no to the lich. We've done so many liches. A fire-based lich, we're not going to do another. We had a lich last time. Everything is a lich. So sorry, but no lich. I'm not doing it. So if you try to squeam it in with undead or lich, okay, I'm just going to ignore it. because we've done enough of that. We'll do something else. We'll do something else. So all is lava and yellow is hotter. No, it's not. It's not all. The dark is the cooling bit. Here's the darker sections of the cooling bit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we got. I think you understand. Well, that's the question. You're asking the question, like you tell me. Again, let's try to go back to, let's deal with describing the location. We always struggle with this. This is why I'm saying the first half hour is just describe a room, pick a number, describe what that room looks like, or what it feels like or smells like or whatever, something like that. Deal with that, and then we populate. Okay, because we always get off on these funny tangents and we don't get anywhere. And it takes a lot longer to get it all together. 20, a Baylor. I think you want a Baylor there. A Baylor and 4 elementals holding council for the invasion of the prime material plane. I think that's what you're trying to say. So 20. Yes, okay, we can do that. So is the Baylor enlisting their Aza cultists? Probably is. That's probably where you're going with this, right? I think that is, anyway. We still haven't determined anything else about that. We'll go there a little bit later, I guess. A Baylor. And 4 lava elementals hold council for the invasion of the prime material plane. Okay, I have that. All right, good. So we've established the center point. I think the center of the map is intended to be, and this is what I had in mind, is intended to be the central antagonist. Okay, whoever the main threat is going to be is probably here. No undead, just totally dead. The reason I'm saying no undead and no liches is every adventure we wind up doing winds up having liches and undead. So this is the intention by saying a lava dungeon adventure is to go fire. So what can we do with fire? This is obviously a place where you would find fire creatures of some kind. So deal with fire rather than undead or liches. Okay? They could see traps would be 1 and 13. 1 and 13. Traps could be in 1 and 13. Yes, a trap in area 1 makes sense. But what is that trap? You haven't told me what that trap would be in area 1. You've said where they could be. And 13, yes, I'm all for, let's put something in 13 as well. Access points, Jasper, makes sense. So let's decide on what sort of trap is there. 11 is where they live. 11 is where, the basilisk lives? Okay, all right, keep going. It acts as a guard because the Aza and most other creatures here would be immune to its gaze effect. Okay. More for 20. Okay, Aza are also in the council discussion. Okay, all right, so I want to include a group of Aza. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so I've included them into area 20, which is the center. Great. We're spitballing. I know you're spitballing. I want you to go back to describe the location. Pick a number to decide what it's going to look like. You guys have got 10 more minutes, otherwise I'm doing it myself. Okay? This is why I keep going back to deal with describing the location, because we always wind up going off in tangents. And tangents are fine if they get us somewhere, but these often don't get us anywhere. Okay. Traps, puzzles, and hazards with stones that pushes into the liquid lava would be cool, like the fluid would be a mechanical part of lava being congealing. Okay, but Yeah, you haven't given me. Okay, so you've just given me an idea of what I could try to come up with. We're here again. Okay, come on. Lock it down to. Do I need to go over the different types of traps? Do I need to sort of highlight what they can be? There's the flame jet, right? We're in a flaming area. You could have flame jet. You can have steam. You can have scalding water. You can have a lot of different things. You can have, walls that move, ceilings that move. So you've just got to decide what it is and where you'd like it to live. And then we're in business. Does that make sense? Be specific. In addition to total dead, we have soon to be dead. Okay, all right, okay. Is it really a lich if it draws from something not an evil or negative energy plane? Okay, all right, okay. Here we go. There we go, Jasper. 12. You have decided. It's the barracks for the Aza for the forward team. Stones and rock beds. Brilliant. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Okay. Whew. I knew this was going to be interesting. Aza barracks. Stone and rock beds is a very good idea because it would make perfect sense considering the environment. Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, have we run out of ideas? Are you stuck, people? Okay, let me read out some stuff to you to get you started. Okay, just to give you an idea of where we can go with this. Anything that has like a central pool of like what looks like lava, the red orangey stuff, could just be a really white burning. We could have a white burning flame coming from it. So it's not just hot; it's like white hot. So an unbearable heat. And actually, what it would do is it would be, I guess. I guess you could say it would be a hazard in that you could not exist or stay in this room for any large period of time without burning to a cinder. And which area would that actually work quite well in? Well, I'm going to suggest that we pick anything with a round pull. And we have a round pull in 16. 16 is a central point in the whole place which allows you to get through, and it would actually create a whole bunch of problems. So 16, we're going to put that, I'll put that there. How's that sound? Okay, something like that. I'm jumping in early, it looks like. Okay. What we can do with this is let's make it sort of like an internal flame. The flame cannot be put out. Be extinguished. Extinguished or it's extinguished because it's magical. There we go. All right. So there's 16. Dun dun dun. Okay, now we have 18. You want to make 18 a fire salamander lair. Looking up their ecosystem now. Okay, all right. So we're going to mark down the fire salamander lair, and I'll let you come up with a description of what that might be like. We can see what it is on the map. So there's obviously two pools. Okay, two pools of lava or magma there. But that's the beginning. Salamander. Okay, layer. All right, good. All right, keep going. Let's see. 12, the room. Room 12, 2 Aza and a lava elemental guard the entrance to the complex. Oh, this is number 2. Room 1. Oh, room 1. There we go. 2 Aza. Notes. Okay, interesting. Hadn't thought of that one. That looks good. Okay, let's go with room 1. Have we decided what this is? Is what sort of complex is this? What sort of dungeon is this? Have we decided on that? Or not really? Okay. 2 Aza and 2 fire lava elementals. 2 lava elementals guard the entrance to this complex. Aza are seated at a stone desk making notes on fireproof slate ledgers. Notes on okay. The Azers are seated at a stone desk making notes on a fireproof stone on fireproof. Yep, there we go. Water will dissolve the ledgers. Okay, I'm fine with that. I like that idea. You've basically made this like a waiting room. It's like the office. And your bodyguards are lava elementals, basically. You've got two receptionists. Lovely. Good one. Sean, the mechanics would need to do something with using the semi-liquid rock and gases, pushing an outcropping stone and stone displaces cooled lava to ignite gases that power a mechanism. Oh, I see. So you want to put in some sort of machine operating here, or the traps are operating off this based off the environment. I see what you're trying to do there. I'm just going to make that as a note because I'm not sure what else I can do with that right now. Let's see. 18. Elementalkin, Salamandalier. Yep. Well, I've got it. I just need to know what that location looks like. Am I describing it? Am I doing that? So the traps or environmental machinery would have to do and be in 20, 14, would they? 7, and 8. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. Take your word for it. I'm a little lost on that one. I'll just make a note. Again, I'm gonna push you back to describe the location. We're almost done. We have 1 minute, and then I'm going to be doing it. Okay. I've come prepared this time. I will write them up if I have to. In the center, it's a center where a rift was formed by the worshippers of lava elementals, and they are trying to open it up to the fire plane. So really, this is potentially the overall. This is sort of like an adventure hook or goal. It is sort of the prime motive of the creatures here. So Fred, that's great. We actually have something going on. So this is essentially a location where a rift has occurred. Nice. Okay, let's take that. I'm going to just drop that into my notes here at the top here under main features, but it's probably going to wind up getting moved if I restructure it into the adventure hook section. Are the interior rooms natural or handmade? So I would say to you, handmade locations. So the natural locations would be area 2, 13, 14, 16, okay, 18, 19, area 4, area 6, 7, 8 is a combination. The ones that have actually been crafted are going to obviously be things that look crafted, so things like area 15, 17, 20, 11, 12, 10, 9, 8 used to be constructed, but there's also sort of like a pit that's opened up there, okay? And it crosses two rooms that used to be there, but now there's a big huge hole with cooling lava. You also have number 5, 1, and 3. They're more like rooms rather than caves or caverns, if that makes sense. So you wanted me to answer that question. There you go. The whole setting. So that's what I'm going with. There's a combination of cave and location going on here. All right. Next. They want to turn the planet into lava. Okay, all right. So really, turning the planet into lava kind of goes into our motivation stuff, but it's probably going to be Adventure Hook stuff. All right, good. I got that noted down. Okay, so this is where I'm going to, where our 30 minutes is well and truly up for trying to describe the locations. So now I'm going to let you guys come up with ideas. So I'm typing in a different prompt this time. So hashtag. This is how I want you to write. Area number. You need to give me area number. If you don't give me numbers, I'm going to make it clear. If you don't give me the area number where something's going, okay, and it's just broad information, the chances are I'm going to ignore it. Actually, right now I'm going to say I'm just going to ignore it. If it's for an adventure hook, or it's a main feature, say main feature or adventure hook. If it's for wandering monsters, put wandering monsters. If it's for a specific location, okay, number it and then tell me what's there. And then I can find that and put that there. If you put in an entry and it's just words, I'm going to say right now, unless I really like it, I'm probably going to skip it. I'm just not going to waste my time. Okay, I'm being hard now, because it's really hard to pull the stuff together and mesh it all together. So, okay, area number. So you can describe, if you can describe. Otherwise, I guess I'll be doing it. Description, noises, odor, temperature. You don't have to do all of this. We're only looking for 2 or 3 sentences. Furniture, if there should be furniture. Furniture. Hazards. Traps. Monsters. NPCs. Puzzles. Treasure. Or stuff. Okay, I think I've got everything in there that I needed to have in there. Furniture, odor, yeah. Okay. So, and I'll do a further hashtag. Hashtag, you need to label it. Label. Okay. Adventure hook. Adventure hook. Come on, can I get it to go and do its thing? Adventure hook. Main feature. Wandering monsters. Okay, that's what I want to deal with. That's what I want to aim for. 18 is not a dead end. 18 is not a dead end. Number 19 is a dead end. So that's what I would say. Is like, okay. So you do your thing. I'm going to take a short break, come back and use the toilet, and then I'm going to start writing in area descriptions, because we only got so many done in the time frame that we were working with. And the time that we worked with, I mean, half an hour is not a long time. Let's get real. It's not a huge amount of time, but as again, I'm trying to get you to come up with describe the area, and I know that's hard. So this is what we got so far out of our half-hour description. We've got a little bit of stuff around the main features. We've got not a lot going on in terms of what's here, and then we've got some notes that I've made. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some adjustments very, very shortly, and I'll show you as I write it and move things around, because I've pre-written a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, time for a break. I will be back very shortly. Oh, there we go. Almost ready to go again. Dun dun dun. Okay, here we are. We're back. I'm going to just quickly have a look at what you guys have been up to while I've been away, and transfer anything over, and then I'm going to start filling in the locations. Okay, so that's sort of my approach. That's how I'm going to do it. Let's see if you guys have come up with some solutions for stuff. Ha ha, Jasper. No, I'm not falling for that trap. Oh, how about the interior of a meteor impact crater with a jungle in the center? Areas 1 and 2 would be on the outside of the basin. Yeah, that's fine. So you're suggesting that the meteor strike might have been responsible, possibly, for breaking the creating the rift. I can see that kind of flows together. So we'll just go. I'm just gonna make a note of that for now. But I can see that being a thing. In the center. Okay. So the interior of a meteor impact crater with a jungle in the center caused a rift. Okay, I can get that. Got it. Dun dun dun. More powerful than Aerofit. Look, we can use Aerofit as a substitute. We don't have to have a wizard every single time. Okay, we don't have to have a lich every single time. Ifriti is a good way of. I mean, they're powerful enough. They can do a whole lot of stuff. We don't need to necessarily go silly with that. Do you mean? They can certainly be included if you really wanted to. It's just how, right? Okay, let's keep going. No. That should be right inside, wet and hot, dry lap. Okay, homemade rooms, treasure, brass decorative objects. Okay, so that's really what you've got here, Jean, is dry inside, sweating hot, and very elaborate handmade rooms. Treasure with brass decorative objects. I can see that. So maybe this is more of a main feature thing. All right, see if I can keep up with this. Humans would need to be port holders to handle anything in place. Okay. Surface things should definitely superheat the place. Inlaid precious gems and crystals for decoration. Okay, so that's really a sort of a. I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to be associated with, but I'm paying attention. You guys have gone with no numbering and no labeling. God. Yeah. Okay. You're evil, Fred. I know your intention. Your intention is to challenge the players, right? It's too easy to default to fire elemental creatures, but a genie-like creature or a Rashaka would be textbook also. Well, it doesn't have to be genie. Ifriti is fine. Can you get steam out of here to make it completely dry? I think it's a massive volume of steam. Okay, you guys are having discussions about stuff, I can see. There seem to be small vent holes in the ceilings that allow heat and smoke out. Okay. This is a main feature thing that you're talking about. Main feature stuff. All right, so we've got a lot of main feature information. Okay, so but as I've gone through the AD&D Folio, there's not much that fits that directly into the plane of fire. Exactly, there aren't that many. The choices are fairly limited. You would have to create something new. I would suggest we could have a flaming lion. There's your battle cat, Jasper. We can use a lion statistic and it can cause fire damage. Yes, I get it. So anything that's made of metal, you're probably not going to find too much metal in here, not unless it can resist heat. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So this discussion is deteriorating a little bit into physics and stuff, and it's gone off track again, guys. So this is what I'm going to do: is I'm going to post my suggestion again. This is how we do things, and I'm going to start writing stuff in. Yeah, I know you would like to write it, but the fire lion is specifically, when I write the fire lion in, it's designed to eat Jasper's character. Okay? It's going to eat your character first. Nutritious to plant life above, possibly, yes. Okay, we're going all over the place. Gases. Okay, here we go. 17. We've got a set piece. Would be the main set piece though. It's, well, okay. You guys are lost it. You've lost it. Okay, that's it. I've put in my prompt. I'll come back to you guys in a second, and I'm going to start writing stuff up. Because you guys get away from all that other stuff you're talking about. You got to get away from it. Okay? I keep saying this. You've got to get away from it. Focus on the location. Describe the location, then put the stuff in there. You're having all sorts of... You're going down the rabbit holes. These rabbit holes lead nowhere. Okay, all right. So a rectangular rock room, has scorch marks covering the walls with charred stone furniture. So this, I feel like, is the barracks. I think that there would make a fairly decent barracks. And you made 12 as the barracks. So let's take this description that I put together before, which is really for that room anyway, and we'll go to 12. Okay, Aza barracks. Here we go. A rectangular rock room has scorch marks covering the walls with charred, with blackened, not charred, but maybe blackened stone beds and furniture. There we go. There's our first description. Bum, bum, bum. So I've taken what you had as an idea and I've put in a description for our location. It's fairly simple. It's based on what you had before. I'll do another one in a second, but let's see what else you guys came up with. We're trying to figure out the whole... yeah, I know you are, but... We are 50 minutes in and you're still trying to figure that stuff out. We are the entertainment on the side of sidetracking. Yes, you are. Very much so. Jean, can we do something in 18 and 16? Okay. That in conjunction with whatever you do in 20 drains or makes everything makes something in 17. Well, tell me what that would be. You tell me what that would be. Okay. Don't say can we. Just write it up. And if it looks good and it makes sense and I don't have to do anything with it, then I'll just do it. Okay, let's go with another location description. Going down from my selection, because I suspected this sort of thing might happen, I have a lava waterfall dripping molten rock. I don't know that there's necessarily a location that would be suitable for a lava waterfall apart from 18. I could feel like we could put 2 lava waterfalls feeding into 2 pools of lava, okay, that are superheated. So 18 is this is what we're going to do. Is we're going to take this here, 2, and I think I'm showing you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Yes, I am. Thank God for that. I got to make sure I keep jumping back and forth at the right time. And we will change some of this to fit the location for 18. Paste. 2 lava falls. Drip molten rock into lava pools. Pools on either side of a narrow stone path. There we go. There we go. So that is 18 drop. 2 lava falls, drop molten rock. Okay, it's probably drop into lava pools. No, I want pools. Lava pools. Don't give me that. Into separate lava pools. Cool. Separate. Okay, got it. Okay, got there. There's our description for 18. Bum bum bum. Okay, next, let's see what you guys have come up with. Have you come up with anything? Are we starting to get the gist of this? Are we still feeling things out? I'm going to put my prompt in here again so that I know where I'm up to, and I will read what you have. Summon the BFG Aerofit Fire Genie to Air 17 via actions in 16, 18, and 20. Okay. Does a Baylor need to summon an Aerofit? Afriti? Do they actually have to? Would you need to have a Afriti? Would the Baylor not be able to get it done? Do you know what I mean? If we're sticking a Baylor there, that's a pretty powerful demon. Does it really need help from Ifriti? Are we saying there's a team up between Ifriti and the Baylor? Because if we go back to what was going on with the Baylor, I'm a little confused as to what that's supposed to mean and do here. If that makes sense. I hope it does. I think it makes sense. But yeah. Let's go down a little bit. Paste. I'm not against the idea of an Ifriti, but I'm like, is that the ritual that is needed? Do you have to contact Ifriti to be able to bring the fire plane onto the material plane? Is that what we're saying? Yeah, it's not completely clear. I'm just going to say that. So vent the gas 20 and then do a liquid height balance puzzle where the 2 area lavas make something. Yeah, okay, all right. To be a trap because it's someone's okay. Pushable stones to operate it. You want pushable stones in these areas. Okay. All right. I've checked your comments, people, and we're going back to description, room description, and location description. Here we go. Let's do it again. Next, a stone staircase descends further into a rectangular chamber with blackened walls and the air is stifling. So this could be for area 1. Because we have a description of that and its environment that Fred Huber had put forward, I believe. So we can use that if we really wanted to. Or we can put it in a different location because area 15 and 5 are rectangular. But there's no staircase. Okay? So the question is, do we need to use that there? Or do we do something else with it? So a stone staircase descends. Let's see. If we're going with area 1, back to area 1, we do have some information here, but we can put the rest of that in together. Let's just take this section and go cut. Go back to area 1. And we'll drop this in. Paste. It's further into a rectangular chamber with blackened walls and the air is stifling. We're going to take these two guards that we've got here. This is information that probably is going to be later on. And we'll go paste here. That's fine. So there's one. We need to call it something. I don't think we've decided exactly what this is. So we're going to just call this rift entrance. Actually, maybe we would just call this sanctum entrance. Let's do that. Sanctum entrance. And this number 2 will be rift entrance. Okay, here we go. Dun dun dun. So there we have written in another description. We're dealing with the area, and let's see what you guys have come up with. Because I'm sure you've come up with some ideas while I've been away doing other things. Yes, the graffiti coming is a step towards converting the planet. Okay, there we go. All right, so now that's, yeah, that makes more sense. Let's take that and put that in there. Dun 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 pam 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 dun 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 dun. Okay, let's get rid of this. Summoning the graffiti. Paste. Step towards converting the planet to lava. Okay, all right. I've got a better idea of what you're trying to do there. Let's keep going though. We need some wish level magic to heat up the planet. You probably do. We do need some wish level, and if Friti will probably be able to pull that off. Make an obvious stone mechanism in 2, obscured but similar in 16, and then there are more complicated puzzles. Okay, all right. Okay. So a fire genie. It's a Ifriti, a high-level wizard. It could. So to make it Ifriti are kind of like magical creatures. Like you might see in stat blocks that the Ifriti don't have spell casting, but they should. Okay, they should. Ifriti are really powerful. They should have spell casting. They should have access to magic. So if you're looking at the stat block for Dungeons and Dragons and you're thinking, Ifriti don't cast spells, we don't need to say that they are a wizard or have wizard levels. Ifriti cast spells. They do. If you look at the lore, if you go far back into the lore, Ifriti can do all sorts of things. They're literally, it's literally a type of genie, right? As you said, fire genie. So, one of the handmade rooms should be able to be used as a rest from the party. No, I don't think resting in this location is a very good idea. I think it's a terrible idea, actually. I think you die if you rest here. All right, come up with undead. Yeah, stop doing the undead stuff. Stop it. You keep going back to that, people. I'm going to put down here Fire Lion somewhere in here. I don't know where. Fire Lion. There you go, Jasper. Skeletor, Jasper. Skeletor? No, we're not doing Skeletor. Bone chars at 50 degrees. Bone chars at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that right? Fahrenheit? Why do we need to give the PCs a rest? No, I don't believe. I think this is not a location you want to be resting in. It would be foolish. Very, very stupid. They're going to have to leave. If they want to rest, they have to get right out. Should be definitely handmade entrance. And one is a handmade entrance. It is, yeah. It's not natural. That's right. I've already put that in. No finished restroom. No finished restroom. Not doing that. Okay. All right. So you guys are putting your thing. I'm going to prompt you again back to here because you're getting sidetracked again. And I will fill in another location. This is going to be one of those hard days. I can see it now. We're an hour in. An hour in. And I feel like I am writing more of it than you guys are. To be fair. I mean, seriously. Anyway. You're supposed to be practicing here. I know a bunch of you don't need practice. I'm fully aware. I am fully aware. Okay, so a large cavern with rivers of lava throwing it and stalactites hanging precariously from the ceiling. Is there something that we could use for that? And I don't know that there is necessarily. So I'm gonna pass on that one and just keep moving a little bit. A bridge of glowing stones that spans a chasm filled with lava. The bridge is hot to the touch. So we can put a bridge. We may need to change it a little bit because there's a bridge. 14 could have a bridge. That looks like a bridge over cooling lava. Okay. That would be a definite possibility. So let's consider that where we put it as 14. So I'll take that idea. And we will cut it. Cut the bridge and put it into 14. Let's call it the stone bridge. So a bridge of glowing stone that spans a chasm filled with cooling lava. The bridge is hot to the touch. So we've heated it up, but it's not going to be, it burns you so much, but you would have to run across this thing more than likely. So we're dealing with a lot of heat all at once. So there is our bridge. There are plenty of hazardous threats in this location. I'm poking the bear. I know you're poking the bear, Fred. Poke the bear. Poke the bear. What would happen? I like the idea that John mentioned earlier about the walls between the planes cracking because of a meteor strike. If we also, so here's the thing. I've already included that. We don't need to go into that anymore. We can move on from there. Do you know what I mean? We can move on from that one. We can do something else. Okay. All right. It is noted down as part of it, but we don't need to get locked into this. This is the rabbit hole. I keep talking about the rabbit hole. There are rabbit holes that dungeon masters go down, and we're going down that very rabbit hole now. Next, let's keep going. Can we put a shrine in here with a large statue? I don't know that there is a place that could have a statue in here, or there's not really much in the way that sort of suits that particularly. So we'll keep going and have a look if there's something else. I don't know about this lava river and stalactites. I'm not entirely sure about this. Let's keep going. A square chamber lined with blackened bones and scorched stones. Now somebody had mentioned something like this, but is there a square room that we could use that, place that in? I would say 11 is kind of like that, but it's not quite squarish, so maybe that's not going to work. We can change it to another shape. So we could make even three. Number three could be something like that, but that's more of a rectangle than a square, isn't it? If you have a look at it. So let's take this one, a squarish chamber. We'll go squarish chamber lined with blackened bones and scorched stones. The air is thick with ash. So we're going to take this here and use this for number three. Cut. Up to three. We haven't decided what it's called. Apparently, I don't know what's in it because nobody's told me. Okay. There we go. So we've got that going on in three. Bum, bum, bum. All right. How are you guys going? Are you back on track, or are you still lost with the peculiar particulars of the location? White hot flaming in one of the rooms might be a manifestation of. Okay, so this is for 17, is it? 17. What is 17? 17 up against the north wall. Problem we have here is that we still have dozens of rooms and no idea what to do with them. This is exactly my point. You've got a theme. When you have a themed location, it's much harder. It's like, how many times can you describe mushroom caves? You remember when we did the mushroom caves and it was so difficult to do? It was hard to get your head around. When you've got lots of different sort of undisjointed locations, it's easier to sort of do something with it. So I get it. White hot flames, manifestation of something. Okay, I'll make a note of that. I don't know what to do with it, but you're suggesting 17, I think. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, so back to here. Let's do another location. Let's go with, now I don't know if there's necessarily a shrine, as we said before. An altar stands in the center of rock cavern. I don't know that we have a rock cavern that has something in the center of it. We can have a large pool of lava with narrow bridge bubbling ominously. I think we've pretty much done that already, so just no point. An ancient forge. I don't know that we have a place that we could be considered a forge as such. The walls of the cave glow with molten cracks. So we just need a location that would be around that would be suitable. So we need a natural location and something that would make sense. Now I would suggest that number seven has the potential to be like that. We can do something with that probably. So 7. Let's put that over there, and I'll add in a little bit more. Okay, so that's what I want to do with that one. Is we'll take that one here and cut, and we'll go to 7. And we'll just call it Crusty Pit. We'll call it the Crusty Pit. So let's just drop this into here. Okay. The walls of the cavern glow with molten cracks and a 100-foot deep hole and a large 100 feet deep hole descends into a really we're dealing with cooling magma. and descends into a crust. Into a crust. Into a crust. Crust filled lava pit. Okay, something like that. Something like that. That's to get the basic gist of what that would be. Okay, so there's a pit there. Obviously, we've got a path around it, so we just need to make sure we include the path around it as well. The walls are going to hide with molten rocks a large pit setting into. Okay, the walls of the cave glow with molten cracks. Full stop. A large 100-foot deep hole descends into a crust-filled lava pit surrounded by a stone pathway. Stone ledge. Here we go. Surrounded by a stone ledge. Okay, that is area 7 done. Dun dun dun. Let's go. Let's see if you guys have come up with anything else, and we'll drop in the next thing. Hello, Agile Monk. Agile Monk is a patron and a moderator. Nice to have you here. Oh well, let's see how you go. People are really struggling because it's a lava themed environment, and I guess picking a number and giving a description to that location has been very difficult. We've kind of gone off on some very wide tangents, trying to get their head around what's going on here. To give you, Pale Rider is here. Yes, I will let you know what areas we have left because I've been filling in the areas myself. So, 11 is the loot closet. Jean, have you actually just you've picked something and said it's the loot closet? And the other two rooms are what are they? What are they? The loot closet. I don't even know if 11's going to work that way now that we've got it, because it's, you do realize that the loot closet is actually where a fire basilisk is. But I will mark down that there's loot there. If that's what you want, I will put down the loot closet. Anyway, let me give you an idea of where we're up to, okay? And that will help. And I will actually list out all the different areas. You want a shrine like in area 1? Well, I don't know. We've already got something already in 1. We can put a shrine somewhere else though. Like 1 to distract from the entrance, connecting rooms. What you need to do is you pick a location that, you know, you could have an altar if you want, or a shrine in 5 or in 15. You could even have a shrine in 17, but we've got the sacrificial chamber there. So there is places for that to be. Do you know what I mean? Again, stop with the plot. Forget the plot. I really am struggling a little bit today. You've got to leave the plot alone. Forget the plot. Forget the plot. All right, let me show you what you have in terms of locations, Pale Rider. So you've got an idea of what needs to be filled out. Okay, let me do that first. So going back to this, and I'll give you, brace me because I'm going to have to do a very, very fast sort of rundown of where we're at. We're doing a lava dungeon, okay? That means a lot of stuff needs to be put in. We haven't got adventure hooks yet. We got heavily sidetracked. We have an Azure, which is fire dwarf cult colony near this portal to the elemental plane of fire. And it's been opened up by the Azer and Balor and lava elementals, and also they're summoning an Erifit to help them turn the planet into lava, right? The whole world goes to fire. That's really what we're dealing with here. We have the sanctum, which I've done. Area 1 is done. Okay, Area 2 is just the rift entrance, but we haven't got a description for it. Area 3, we have a small description, but no sort of name to it. So, okay, Crusty Pit 7. Okay, this here is actually, it's done. I've written up something for it. We haven't got anything there, but we have at least what it is. We have got Area 11 is supposed to be the Pyrolisk pen, where we have a fire-based basilisk, and it's supposed to be the loot closet. But we don't have anything else other than that. That's the extent of what we've got there. We have the Aza barracks, which I've described it. We haven't actually stipulated what you would find there. We have the stone bridge, which is 14, a bridge of glowing stones. We've done that one. 16, the elemental flame. I've gone and given you a description of what's going on there. There's only just the description of that room. We have 17, which is a sacrificial chamber. This really just tells you what's going on here. It's not really a description. 18 is the fire elemental lair. I've got a description. We've got 2 lava falls dropping molten rock into lava pools here with a narrow path. Okay. 20, we haven't really got a description, but we do understand that there's a Baylor, a small group of Azes, and some lava elementals forming a council who are trying to invade the prime material plane. So that's a lot of what's going on here in terms of areas. So now that I've shown you what we've got, I'm going to actually just list off those different things, and we're going to work our way through them, okay? Because we are getting seriously distracted by plot and things that actually aren't getting us anywhere. We're kind of got stuck. So I appreciate the assistance. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a lot of writing myself. Hashtag what areas to finish. Let me give you a list of them in the chat so that you know exactly where we still need to go. Okay? All right. So we need area 2, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Yes, they are. And I had suggested a forge, but nobody has, and I got a description, but nobody said, this location would be good for a forge. 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, 10, 11, actually. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, whoopsies. Let's just keep going. There's a lot of locations still to go. 11. We have 13 and 15. And 15. 13 and 15. And then we have areas 8, 19 and 20 that all need a description of what is actually there. Not plot, not anything else. Okay, those are the locations that need finishing. So let's see how you do, people. Let's see how you do. Okay, the statue would be against the north wall in 17. Okay, now I think we can probably do something like that. That would be fine. So you said statue, and I'm sure, Jasper, I have a description for a location with a statue. So if I scroll down and I look for it, I don't think that's going to make any sense whatsoever, so we'll just take this bit. Cut. And it's going to be going into, I believe you said, the sacrificial chamber. Correct? Which is 17. Yes, it is. 17. Paste. large statue. Not in the center, but large statue against the back, against the north wall. Okay. So we have this. This is an odd room because it's part room and part stairs and part passageway, overlooking what appears to be some sort of big pool of lava or magma. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to have a mention of double stairs leading down, and we need to have a mention of the pool. Okay, a statue dedicated to a deity with a large, a shrine dedicated to a deity with a large statue rests against the north wall. The square. Let's go huge square chamber, and this is a chamber, has two staircases, curved staircases winding around a large pool of magma. Okay. And we add in this, and we've got area 17 mostly sorted out. Wonderful. I'm happy. I'm happier than I was before, I can tell you that now. So this is what I've done, is I put in for 17, I've added in the description of that location, I've added in the shrine that somebody had mentioned and the large statue. We haven't actually got a lot of information about the statue. We kind of know what's going on here in terms of this is where the acolytes or cultists those are cultists push sacrificial victims into the lava pool to be consumed by lava elementals. There we go. So we've got 17 mostly locked down. Bum bum ba. Next, let's have a look and see what you guys have come up with while I've been doing this. Okay. Would be the forge and smith. 14. You reckon 14 would be the forge and smith? Do you? 14 forge and smith. 14, 15. 14 and 15. I think you can put a forge, I guess, into 15. I don't know that the 14 has already been done. Do you know what I mean? Area 14 is basically a stone bridge over cooling lava. We've done that one. So 15. Let's take the forge idea and let's put the forge idea there that you were talking about before. A fire troll is hammering. Good. Now we're talking. A fire troll. You want to put a fire troll there? Good. I'm all for that. Let's put that there. That 4 and 5 is that they are connected to the entrance one, so I don't see how they would be any. Okay. All right. Okay. Who did the map? I made the map. The map is a location. It is obviously, if you have a look at it, it's a mixture of cave and location. And the reason is some of the location has been destroyed over time. Okay. So you'll find there are big, huge sections that have lost their structure. That's what's going on here. You can see that 20 is breaking away, that the lava has actually been damaging the structure, and what used to be in some cases rooms are just caves now. Okay, that's the logic behind it. Okay, we'll see how we go with this. Okay, so let's see a fire troll, and you said 15 and a forge. Let's do that. I'm all for that. Let's do that. You want to call it a fire forge? That's fine. We can do that. And just zap over here. Let's find a forge description, because I'm sure I had one. No. Bones, ancient forge. Copy. Cut. And let's go to 15. And paste. Ancient forge still burns with flames. And I think is it east or west? East again. Flames. An ancient forge still burns with flames against the east wall. Tools and weapons are scattered around a fire troll. Troll is hammering on a massive anvil, making something. Okay, there we go. We're in business now. That's good news. Let's zap over here and see what else you've got. 19. Hello, Pale Rider. Save me. A chained and tortured white dragon, potential NPC. She does have information about what is going on. A 19. You want to stick at 19. What's going on in 19 that makes... how's this going to work? 19. Oh, I see. So you've put something there. Tortured white dragon. I don't know enough. Why would we have a white dragon in a location like this? I'm a little lost. You've got me a little confused. But at least you've given me a number, I guess. That's something. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else. 8. Number 8. Okay, now we're talking about it. 8 is obviously 2 rooms that have kind of collapsed into a hole. Okay. 8 would fit a small forge heating naturally by bubbling magma. Dwarves. Okay, so you want to put the forge there, an 8. I see what you're trying to do there. I think what you're getting hooked up on the fact that the map isn't got all of the details that you would want. We can look. You can put a forge in along the east wall, I believe, or even the west wall. Feed it. It can be fed by either side, really. Ultimately, because there's enough lava flowing under this thing probably to solve most of your problems. So yeah. Okay, so let's keep going. White dragon would dissolve in here. Yeah, exactly, that's what I was thinking. It needs to be a different type of dragon. If you're going to put a dragon in here, it needs to be a different type of dragon. I thought 19 was a salamander lair. 19, no. 18. 18 is a salamander lair. 18. Next. There should be an interplanar juggling ring. Okay, moving on. Should be a major trap room. So 4 and 5. Look, even look, I have no problems. Put a major trap in 5, but tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Tell me what's the trap. Okay, Did you come up with a bad guy yet? We have many bad guys. We have a Baelor, we have an Efreeti, we have Azers who are formed a cult. There's plenty of bad guys. We're good. Okay. Not a white dragon, a brass dragon. Okay, better. Okay, let's take the brass dragon. A potential ally. I'm all for that. Good. Lovely. Cool. I'm happy about that. But we have plenty of big bad guys. We just don't have a name for the Baelor. We don't have a name for the Efreeti, and we don't have a name for any of the Aza. But the Baelor and the Efreeti probably need to have names. They are the big baddies. Okay. Next, maybe that's the whole thing. They're pulling materials out. Keep going. Come on, people. Come on, stay on track. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Here we go. A wizard corpse, a dead wizard, and his journal can be found here. Journals describe how the portal was originally opened and how it can be closed. So, that's fine. I'm all for that. That's good. Corral. Did you just write down number 19 for me? A ash-filled room that acts as quicksand underneath. I like the idea. Good. Now, whether it's 19 or something else is another thing. But let's take our 4 and plant it into 4. This is getting better. Getting better now. We're off on a non-tangent this time. Okay. Okay, so a wizard's corpse, a dead wizard, and his journal can be found here. Journal describes how the rift, it's not a portal, it's a rift, was originally created. By an accidental meteor strike. And how it can be closed. Wonderful. Okay, we don't have the information in terms of what is describing that location, but we have something. That's good. Cool. Love that. And we're going to take your ash-filled Calrel. We're going to take your ash-filled idea. We're going to find a location for that. And brass egg. It sands brass eggs with. Okay, I'm kind of underneath. It sands brass dragon eggs with 3 dragon. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. So this is really to add into 19. That's why you've done it that way. Okay, I got it. Understood. All right, let's. I'm going to have to dissect a lot of this later on, I can see. But we're getting there. And full stop. All right, moving on. Next thing. We have a name. Azura Atira. Is this the name of the Efreeti? Is that what we're dealing with here? I think that's what you're trying to say. That the Efreeti's name is going to be... God. Dear. And paste. All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? Moving along. For a white dragon name. Okay, Zero works for a white dragon name. It's Afrikaans for white out. Oh, I see. Okay. Erroneous. It's an erroneous dwarven architecture. No, it's Aza dwarf architecture. But like all architecture, sometimes things happen. And yeah. Also, there are 4 lava-filled crystal statues. You want to put lava-filled crystal statues. I think we take that and we stick your lava-filled crystal statues into Area 5. And you were talking about turning 5 into a trap. Let's turn this into a the fire gauntlet. Okay, let's do that. And the long, wide hall is hall contains lava-filled crystal statues. That would be good. The statues spew and spit hot lava at anyone walking through it. There we go. There we have a trap. That's a trap. Wonderful. And that's fun. Female fire genie. That starts as a smuggling ring. Okay, we're going back to story stuff again. Dwarven stonework is surpassed to be top notch. It's Aza stonework. Hellhounds for wandering monsters. Yes, Pale Rider, absolutely. I'm fine with hellhounds for wandering monsters. Great idea. If you hadn't suggested it, I probably would have eventually. So I'm all for that. Let's do that. Let's mark that down as a thing to add in there for later on. Got it. Probably why the whole place is managed to hold together. Yeah, more than likely. You could include hags in the interplane smuggling ring. Okay, so we're off on another tangent again. Okay, what else? The forge has to have adequate ventilation or extraction. So let's just put holes in the ceiling. I believe that somebody had written something about holes in the ceiling before. So if we put a forge into area 15, let's just put holes in the ceiling. An ancient forge still burns with flames against the east wall. Tools and weapons lie scattered around. Here we go. The ceiling is covered in small ventilation holes. There we go. Done. Sorted. Next thing. 19. The corpse of dead lava elementals collapsed into a pile of precious metals and gems. 19. Okay, so this is... I don't know that this is going to work. If we're going to have... You want to put that there. That might fit better than the dragon idea. Let's just keep going. And, okay, all right. Let's keep moving along. Okay, 18 should be the salamander. So, Jasper, we've already done 18. 18 is already got, it's the salamanders are there. Okay, hags, boss, forget about it. I would like the floor from Goonies, from the trap. Oh, you like that? Oh, that idea. You want a collapsing floor as a, from Goonies. A collapsing floor. I will just make a note of that. I don't know where it's going to be, so hashtag. Collapsing floor. Alright. Okay. Have I got it all? Baylor name. Oh, we got the Baylor name. Okay, good. Right, Baylor name. Let's do this. Meaning the flash one. Shatasa Bane. Shasta? Shasta? Bane. Shasta. Okay, so we're going to do a combination of these. And let's do this, drop this in, and we're going to grab a combination of those names to come together. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, let's keep going. You've got an Afriti name here, Eshai Mori. Right, well, we've actually got another name. Well, that was the dragon, wasn't it? So that's fine. So we've got Afriti's name, and we've got the dragon name. Paste. And cut that. Stick this over here. Paste. Okay. Moving things around a lot. Keep going. Statues of stone with gems for eyes. When pried out, the lava shoots out in a fan to get anyone. So you want to set it up so that it doesn't spew. It's when you pull the gem eyes out of those lava statues. I like that idea quite a lot. That's actually pretty good. Oh, is this supposed to be the Pyrolia? It's Arabic for firewoman, is it? Okay. Pyrohydra? A pyrohydra. We've got a lot going on here. I can see your posts. How are we doing for time? We are running out of time. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Fire drakes would make a good wandering monster too. Absolutely. Let me just see. I want to do an update again. But, yeah, so this is... Let's take this idea. Let's stick this into 5, I think. Paste. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay, I think I got the basics around that one. No. A pyrohydra you're suggesting as a monster. Let's have a look here. Yeah, today's turned out to be a bit of a mess. Okay. Fire drakes. I'm going to add that to our wandering monsters perfume. And I've made a note of the pyrohydra. I don't know that I want that to be a wandering monster. That's pretty nasty. Let's keep going. And then a modified roper, a lava creature. Someplace. I think that's a good idea. It's just about where it would be. And maybe actually, I've got to do a description, but I think dropping into 18, drop into 8, not 18, but into 8 would be good, because that's not got a lot going on. I think I might have got part of a description figured out, but let's just do something like that. Okay. All right. So put it in the lava in 7. You reckon in 7, area 7? Yeah, I think 7's already got. Well, actually, it could be there. You're right. No, you're right. I think you're right. Let's put it in 7. Makes perfect sense. We've got nothing there as a threat. 7 has already been built. We've got an idea of what it looks like. It's a pit. They would like to drop things into lava, and at least cooling lava, and have them burned alive. So that's absolutely. Okay, hang on there, Fred. You're doing awesome. I'm trying hard, John. I really am. There seems to be all the missing posts I mentioned. 18 common rooms more than 30 minutes ago. 18 common room. It's not going to happen, Jasper. Jasper, it's already 18's already been done. 18's done. It's done. 18 is marked. We actually have a barracks room, which is, what is it called? Is it 12? Number 12? Yeah, number 12. We could have a common room be number 10. 10 or 9 would be could be a common room. Do you know what I mean? That'd be fine. So let's just mark 10 as a common room. Paste. Common room. Oh, come on. Not that way. Try again. Common room. We'll come back to that. All right, next. Because all you've said is common room. Just a few minutes. Yeah, just a few minutes to go, and then I've got to go. Yeah. 11. Bedroom, study. The room has beds, several bookcases. You want to make that 11. 11's already been used. That's the thing. 11 could be, we can move that to 9. Like that, the bedroom could be in 9. But I don't know that that's going to make a lot of sense. Whose bedroom are we talking about? Because we have a barracks. I don't think that we necessarily have somebody who does the Baylor really need to worry about a bedroom for itself. It probably doesn't. Anyway, let's keep going. 15 minutes to go. Yes, yes. Where do these creatures eat, sleep, or is it just like an office? This is their workspace, mate. This is like there is definitely barracks here. 12 has got barracks. That's been done. And mess hall. What do we need a mess hall for? Okay, so 9, 10 are definitely free for being mess halls if you want to make it a place to eat. Lava offices. Oh my God, here we go. Washrooms. We need a mess hall. Barracks. 12 barracks. ASA. Yes, exactly. A mustering area. Office quarters. Holy Toledo. Core blimey. Let me update you again on what is done and what is not done. Okay. Maybe that'll help a little bit, but I doubt it. It's probably not. It's probably not going to help in the slightest. Areas that have been completed. Okay. Oh. My struggles, my struggle in a way. I'm struggling away. Okay. All right, let's get you a quick update as to the areas that are still need to be done. I think this is why it always takes so long to get these things onto Patreon. So, area 6, area 6. In area 2, I believe. Area 2 has not been actually nailed down. Area 2, area 6, 8 and 9. Oh shit. 8 and 9, 6, 8, 9, and then what else after that? 10 has just got common room, but there's nothing else there. 10, 11, and 13. 10, 11, 13. 10, 11, and 13. And that is where we were at. Okay, so there's still a few rooms to go. It is, it already is. Number 6, you reckon, you want to move it now. The pyro layer, you want to make number 6. Why number 6? It's all a process. Yeah, the process of me going insane. Okay, so here's the thing. Y6. Pyrolia. We want to stick it somewhere else. Is that what we're trying to do here? Why don't we stick the pyrolisk? Yeah. No. I'm done. I'm done. I can't do it, guys. I tried really hard to keep it together, but it's been so hard to keep everything moving. I thought I was going to be able to lock you down to describe the location, do something with it. Let's get a basic idea. We had a basic idea what was going on here, but I think I lost control today. I think we didn't get there. Y16, you can change 11 to loot room. Yes. Y6. Y6, you can change 11 to loot room. Okay, I see what you're doing here. So we can change the loot room over. I see what you're trying to do. Okay, anyway, I will show you what we have. Okay, I will show you what we have. There is still a lot of work to be done. I'll work my way through this and finish it, of course, as I usually do. But it'll be off screen because it's going to take me a while to get it done. But we've got some of the bits and pieces we need. No adventure hooks. I have to come back to that later. Not worrying about wandering monsters. We'll be fine. The main features and information is kind of there. Locations, location, the sanctum entrance. I've just decided it's an Aza sanctum entrance and it's falling apart. Let's get real. That's what's happening. You've got a lot of volcanic activity going on around here. The rift entrance, we haven't done that yet. 8 is not completely fleshed out. 4, we've got some information about a wizard, a corpse. I'm going to say wizard corpse. We're just humanoid corpse. And then we've got the fire gauntlet, which is basically a hall full of horrible lava-filled crystal statues that have gems in them. And if you pull them out, they shoot out and fan out sprays of lava. Good luck to that. 6 is not done. 7 is the crusty pit, and we're going to have some sort of fire-based roper here. 8 and 9 are not done. 10, maybe a common room. The pyrolisk pen may not wind up being 11. It might wind up being 6. I haven't moved it yet. Aza barracks. This is where the barracks are for the Aza. We haven't got a lot of information other than I've done a description. 13 is not done. The stone bridge is 14. 15 is a fire forge, and we've got a fire troll here. We've got 16, which is the elemental flame. And yeah, I've done a little bit of work around that. The sacrificial chamber, we've got that thanks to Fred Huber, and I've got a description of that location at least. We've got that nailed down. We've got the fire salamander lair, so we've got two lava falls dropping into pools of water. We haven't established there. Obviously needs to be salamanders. Fire salamanders. Okay, we come back to that. 19, we've got a little bit of information on that location and potentially a brass dragon there, or it might be something else. I'll come back to that. The central location has no description for it, but we have Baylor, small group of Aza, and some lava elementals forming a council, and they are currently in the process of probably trying to breach the mortal world. And then I've got a bunch of your notes which I dropped in, which I couldn't figure out what to do with, and a few descriptions which I'll come back to later on when I get a chance where it sort of makes sense and I can think straight. Right now I can't. So that's where we got today. Harder than I thought it would be. I'd hoped it would be a lot easier today to get through this, but it definitely wasn't. But yeah, these things happen. These things happen. So let's end this poll, and I better go to work. I'm not live streaming tomorrow, by the way, people. I need a break. I really need a holiday, a full-blown holiday. But I've got another week of work before I go on holiday. So I decided instead of 6 live streams a week, I'm going to do 3. may even do less. So no live stream tomorrow, but the day after I'll do Game Master preparation, and we'll do monster stuff. We'll build a monster, or rebuild a monster, potentially. So have you written a lava dungeon adventure before? No, 71%. I'm not surprised. It's hard to do. Yes, 14%. Just watching, 10%. Incomplete, 3%. 28 votes. I can understand why you might be incomplete at 3%, because core blimey, it's actually quite difficult to do, honestly. It's like the mushroom cave location, where if everything is about mushrooms, it takes a bit of time to get it all together. So yes, totally understand that being a thing. Anyway, I am done for today. I am spent. I have nothing left to give, and I've clearly got a whole bunch of work ahead of me, which I will do, as I said, off camera, where I can think clearly and just move things around until it works and create what I need to create to get it finished. And when it's finished, it'll go onto Patreon. But until then, you'll have to wait. Hey, look, these are always quite difficult to do. To build a location-based adventure in a live stream is really hard to do. So look, thank you to everybody who's been watching and listening. Thank you to everybody who took part in the poll. Thank you to everybody who presented their ideas. I'm going to point you back to, you have to stay on task. We often wind up going off into little la land, into plot and event and story and a whole lot of stuff that isn't around the building the actual location for your adventure. Okay? We can do the other stuff later, but it's actually staying on focus is really important. So thank you to Pierre Sherm, Jean, Cal-Rel, Pale Rider, to Agile Monk, of course to Fred Huber, who's been here as well. Jasper, of course, thank you again for being here. If I've missed your name, I apologize, people. There's been a lot going on today. It's been very, very difficult to keep a track of everything. I was losing it. Clearly, I need a break. I need a holiday, right? That's what it really is. It'll be down to that. And if I did miss your name, it was not my intention to do so. There's been a lot of feedback today, and yeah, we got at least, I would say, roughly 15 locations done, which in a 2-hour live stream is probably about what you should expect. 20 locations is tough, particularly when it's themed around one thing. That's actually really difficult to do, so it's not an easy process to go through. So anyway, huge thank you to everybody in the chat, and I'm going to move out of here in a second and get off my face, because that would help, I think. Before I wind up losing my mind. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Thank you to everybody, and look, wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, or the night, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours, okay? And hey, till next time, why not make your own adventures? You can do it. Okay, you can do it. You can make your own stuff. You don't have to keep buying stuff from Wizards of the Coast or third-party publishers. You can make your own things. You can do it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It might look hard in this live stream, but that's because I'm wrangling a lot of people. So you can do it. Until next time, keep rolling those 20s.